Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So, there have been some test screenings of the new Shazam movie, so because of that, little bits of information have been leaking out, which I find to be very interesting. First of all, though, the person who saw it went ahead and talked to some online outlets, so we've got a little info there. And one thing, though, before we get into that, is we got to talk about the trailers, and there only being one main trailer so far. I think that's okay. You know, a lot of people are really clamoring for there to be a second trailer, and the director did come out and state that there is going to be another trailer, another full trailer before the movie comes out. Personally, I would be okay with them just having the one trailer they've had and then the two teaser trailers. Well, I guess that was a teaser trailer and then that Meet Shazam trailer, whatever you would call that. But I think that is enough. You know, April 5th isn't that far away, so another trailer, another full trailer, that would really give away a lot. But at the same time, I haven't seen quite as much hype for this movie as you might expect. I've been promoting it a lot and talking about it a lot, but I haven't seen quite as much as you might expect this close to the movie coming out. So maybe with that in mind, they're going to do another trailer. Personally, I would enjoy watching it, but I kind of wish they would just hold off and maybe not do a second trailer, primarily because they're just going to give away too much. And I think what they've given away already is actually a fair bit. And with news articles and things, we've been finding out more and more even without having a trailer. So, for instance, this screening, we found out from the person who watched it, and I guess some people already knew about this, but I didn't. But in any case, aside from Dr. Sivana, there's also going to be a group of villains called the Seven Deadly Enemies of Man, or they're also known as the Seven Deadly Sins. So I find this to be really interesting. So Shazam's going to have his work cut out for him. He's going to have to deal with Dr. Sivana and the Seven Deadly Sins. So the Seven Deadly Sins are seven powerful demons, and they're based upon the Seven Deadly Sins, and they serve as occasional foes for Captain Marvel, and they can take Captain Marvel, Shazam, same guy. They can take control of both humans and superheroes, and the sins were originally captured by the wizard Shazam. So the guy who saw the screening, though, he liked the movie overall, and he had really low expectations going into it. So that may play a part into it. Personally, I'm going to have really high expectations, so that can be a risky thing. However, he actually really liked the movie, and he said Zachary Levi and Matt Strong both played their characters really well, and he thought it was really funny. In fact, he talked about it being funnier than Aquaman, but I think that kind of goes without saying. Aquaman's clearly more of an action movie, whereas this is definitely going to have action, but it's, from everything I've seen, it's really going to be a comedy. It's really going to be focusing on the humor, which I appreciate. I'm really tired of the dour and dark stuff all the time. But speaking about the Seven Deadly Sins, he actually kind of criticized them and said that the effects, the action effects on them didn't seem as good as they could have been. But I'm taking that with a grain of salt because this is a screening. You know, it's a screener. So hopefully by April 5th, they'll get all the effects polished. So that puts me with some concerns, but I guess we'll know for sure if we see a second trailer. So another little bit of DC news that I found to be interesting, because I am looking forward to the Batwoman TV show, and I've got some concerns about it now because the director who was supposed to be doing the pilot episode has left. So David Nutter has left, and he was a director who did episodes of Game of Thrones and things like that, so I think he would probably have kind of a grand scale and scope for the show. Instead, though, we're going to have Marcos Sega, who I don't really know anything about, aside from he did the Vampire Diaries, so that's kind of got me concerned because that was really, from what I understand, very much like a drama, soap opera kind of show, which I really hope they don't do with Batwoman. Like, I would like it to be crime solving and fighting villains, and, you know, they've got a good villain lined up for the first pilot, so in Alice, so she's going to be contending with Alice. They don't need to add a bunch of soap opera drama to it, in my opinion. So I'm a little concerned about that, but they did cast someone to play her father, Colonel Jack Kane, so he's going to be played by Dougray Scott, and apparently, yeah, so that might be good. Overall, though, I'm hopeful for Batwoman, but I'm a little concerned with them already losing the director before the pilot's even, been filmed. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Just a little DC news. I've got a couple comics I'm thinking about reviewing for my next video, so be sure and subscribe if you haven't. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.